just I guess it's the destructive nature of some human beings. Yeah, yeah. I call it to the. I mean, people just. I don't know if people just really the black. I mean, I make jokes about the black horse, white horse, this and that, then, but I mean that's in the Bible terms, and yeah, it signifies power. I call it into what I call it as a rocket, but and it was at an angle and it showed a black horse, but it's a horse is almost like a power, but it's also something that moves, carries an industry even. And so yeah, that's one way to see it. Yeah, it's like famine, scarcity, pronounce scarcity, you know, impoverishment basically. And I just sit in for not asking for anybody's help, but yeah, it's space exploration or like putting people on Mars, colonies on Mars. Also, yeah, there was a mining of the moon to get, well, not uranium, was it uranium? Or some compound, which is like, plentiful on the moon. Like 1 of 100, 1 of 1,000s. It could be so easy. I mean, if we just want to mine the moon, it's just, and I shouldn't focus on Elon Musk. I know I shouldn't, but it's the whole premise. I mean, this planet isn't good enough. It's unfixable. You just it's the whole premise to what say take humanity to a Mars and build hubs for what to like preserve humans. Really, you know, I don't really fully believe that. I mean, what is so special then? And what individuals are you gonna screen that they're gonna be like the best of humans, like compassionate, caring individuals? I mean, if that's the case, I get it. But it's like I don't know. I'm a compassionate, caring individual. I don't want to leave this planet. I want to stay here and make it better. I'm not the one that gives up. And I don't care if who would have known me, this and that thing. I'm just, answer somebody's thoughts right now. Words out loud in my thoughts. That's really what it is. Don't do it externally, because some of you are just, like, creepy about it. Like, you impersonate fucking kids. Like, I know you're in your 50s or something, man. Probably 40s, right? It's the whole premise, and, yeah, it's I mean, I just, yeah, I guess that will create, I was thinking something yesterday. I don't know if I recorded actually. It's the premise of like having wealth and the wealthy already. Even actually, I was walking, I was recording. I don't know if I was talking out loud. I wasn't recording. You know, it just. I mean, the average person is not gonna be able to go to Mars. And like that, it's like I mean, you can think about well, just get rid of you, put you on Mars or something. I don't know. You just say it's not that illustrious, it's not that productive for planet Earth. So that's one aspect of the black horse over there. It's so much more, so much more. I mean, yeah, planet Earth, with the technology, basically what I'm talking about, it's so chaotic. Yeah, it doesn't make the world easier. Yeah, I guess that's it for tonight. As far as the chemical base of it, I guess relating to the four horsemen of the apocalypse. I guess I had to do with pestilence diseases. Uh, it was a term. Uh, oil, spare the oil and wine for, and not even for the good people. That was translated the moral ones, only for the rich actually, which is for the wealthy, and and they will get rid of hay and barley actually. So we talk about food consumption or something tangible, nourishment. You know, food not just in East America. A lot of these products, like yeah, it's unclean. It's a good term for it, or corrupted, or unhealthy, unwell. And I'm saying whoever you are, I'm not sure to talk about. I'm not referring to just McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's. I mean, it's like franchise brand name fast food restaurants that eat meat products. Food as a whole. There's a lot of food that is very unclean, like a lot of not just supplements, but riboflavin and food additives. That's pretty much it. Food additives, coloring, by coconut oil, and a lot of shit is same ingredient. just to hold the substance, like 0.5%. 0.5%, you don't think it's a lot, but it's still a pollutant actually. And yeah, even like a canola oil, which I kind of thought it wouldn't be that good. The main turn of it's in plastic, you know. Canola oil, extra olive oil is alright. Including avocado oil. I saw a video about that. You know, there's refined coconut oil, which immediately I was like, why would I want something refined or processed? And you just gotta look at the ingredients. The two water or like coconut oil. Of course, they process in a certain way, but the healthy aspect of processing it. So food is already polluted, and yeah, in the long run, it makes you stagnant. It can make you it can make you unhealthy. I mean, your whole organism, your immune system could just not be that strong actually. So you're susceptible to the diseases or all sorts of things. Even as far as building endurance, and I mean, I'm in my 40s. I feel it. A lot of times it's external, but when I eat healthy foods, I just feel better, livelier, and stronger, and more energy and much clear-headed. Your mind as well. That's a form of as far as the I see as impoverishment. And maybe the apocalypse. I mean, as far as the horseman apocalypse will probably be something much more greater. Like I know there'll be not enough food. I use the example of what happened in Ukraine. They just just say it's a casualty of war or something. You're not gonna economies will shut down. You're not gonna have a lot of foods. There's stockpiles, but who knows what kind of foods they have. And as far as the oil, I guess when I read it was talking about oil as far as sacraments and the Catholic Church, and it meant like a food kind of thing, At least I took a literary, but I'm thinking a literary like as far as oil, like fossil fuels that they call it shouldn't be called like that. It's sacrilege nonetheless, and wine is intoxicant, which I kind of attribute on not just wine or like alcohol, but maybe a prescription meds or any kind of intoxicant or any kind of chemical based anything. They either antidepressants actually, which you should not take antidepressants. You shouldn't do it. You should relieve depression naturally. I fought it off naturally like a couple months ago actually. I don't know if I still am. I have other factors that stressing me, putting me down, but I was in a very bad state actually. I didn't take anything for alcohol, so people try to maybe you could work on that, but it's already people working on anti nicotine or anti tobacco. You don't really need anything else for that. There's herbs you could do. There's foods you could eat or have a lifestyle that sweat actually perspire, and you'll get rid of the toxicity. There's so many things you could do. So those are one of the things I think. I guess yeah, I think that will be around, but who knows? There will be scarcity. Now people will get meds or like painkillers. Who knows what else? So it is terrifying. It is very much terrifying. I joke around like well the way Hershey making my cat work, so I have to watch out for it. Since I read about this apocalypse thing, that's good. Ever since I've been like watching videos, I became very careful. So right now, I Spark, which is like I have to read the Bible if there's anything about that, because who knows? Like he's gonna really spark it or something. But yeah, I didn't mean to name him, but everything happens for a reason. So I should have thought that. I'm gonna call him Peace, White Peace, White Peace. I'm out. Something. Yeah. I do still joke around like the silliness, but it is symbolism what it is. And then I read one website and was the colors of it, and there were materialism, consumerism, also just being vapid, closed-mindedness is one of them, but superficial, shallow, and how just technology, how the world is just being corrupted over and over, even like branding everything. That is a form of a corrupting, not just your mind, human experience. Like a lot of times we just rely on brand names. That's a form of consumerism, actually. You know. So yeah, I try to stay away from that. And this, yeah, I guess you could say it's a brand, but it's something that I experienced in my life, and I bought it for like to I was feeling so good. I was like, yeah, that's what I believe. And the back says, who the fuck wants to go to prison? No one. You know? And then, yeah, I'm not talking about subjective versus objective. Just like, people, I believe in freedom. Freedom of any kind. So, I don't believe in confinement. Actually, from a peaceful standpoint, I don't believe confinement for anybody. It doesn't really work. It doesn't work. Maybe there's a select few that, well, I'm not even gonna get into that. Select few. And there's a part of me just, I was walking. Actually, no, I was walking. I don't know if I thought, no, I was thinking something, but I read online and, well, actually, I was reading about the four horsemen apocalypse. It says, well, God will open the seals, which is not like the four horsemen, but I guess God partakes in as well, if you call it like that, just for like a final judgment on global humanity. I mean, from my standpoint, I could understand that. Not just technology. I mean, look at everything in the world. How everything is just corrupted. You know, I mean, corrupted, degraded. I mean, I could go on and on. For as far as oil, the black oil, crude oil, fossil fuels, like people call them. This is part of it. I don't think this is real. Well, I think this is kind, actually, but right here, plastic. Comes from that. It's plastic is everywhere. Everywhere you see, Five Guys plastic, asphalt. There's 5% in asphalt. Why was that even necessary? And that shouldn't be touched. Actually, that's one form of it. I mean, imagine. I'm not gonna get into that one. How much of a sacrilege disgrace that is. You know. So I understand. Like I kind of feel the same way. I'm like, yeah, I think that's how it fucking should be. I think it should be Armageddon. Because a lot of people just don't listen to words of peace or resolution or get rid of disorder. A lot of people just don't want the good things, healthiest, natural things that last in life. They want that plastic, they want that burger, they want to fucking call somebody fucking hoe because they don't agree with them, or they didn't give them attention, or they didn't answer their fucking thoughts. They want to give people chlamydia, AIDS, cancer, melanoma, fucking, lie about them, fucking call them a pedophile, a homo, and fucking throw them in fucking jail. And we're gonna incarcerate you, and well, I'm speaking from my perspective, and enjoy your heart attack. I mean, those are fucking humans out there. You ever wonder why I fucking would spend time with cats and dogs, squirrel and fucking deer, huh? So if there is just a deity like that is good and peaceful, and yeah, I kind of understand that deity, but I had enough, and I think he had enough with a lot of you out there too. You know, actually, I don't think I know he has, or that he. Let me saying he. So I understand why God would just you have all the judgment. I don't think it's for in the scheme of theism, you may call it like that. You know, more if you talk about the devil just took over the world. I think he has. You know, and I think it's both like it's like a word fight. Well, I mean that's the honest way to do it, because peaceful any kind of resolution is not gonna work anymore. You know, prophet. I mean, you talk about as far as religious standpoint, prophet just end up dying. By the way, this isn't me channeling anybody, because someone just let me know because she says that. Again, with that, she says that. You know? And I know this is not going to go on when I turn the video, and she doesn't do that, and she does that, and then you're just going to tell me over and over what she does. Like, you're trying to discern me between me and whoever she is. I mean, I just, that's another form of, like, people say, oh, they do it on purpose just to, like, make you feel bad, like you won't do anything. You know? That's one aspect of it. I think it's just, and I was experiencing something today, like there's individuals that create conflict between others. But I don't know to what I attribute that to, but a lot of time when there's a peaceful revolution, some people just don't want that. People don't even want a debate or even a discussion, actually. I experienced that multiple times in a personal saying, when I was in an area, a confined area with people. Random people just actually either noise started happening or people just start arguing for some reason that didn't pertain to anything. And I don't mean to even talk about that. You know, I don't know if that individual, what their agenda is or motive. You know, I think the human beings are just too corrupted, too gone actually. And things just accelerated after, like, I was born in '79. You know, technology just went and went everywhere, and I could go on and on with anything. You know, it's very chaotic, destructive, and I didn't even touch the other horsemen. I mean, I get it's a symbol, you know. And today and people just tell me, "Oh, you'll see." I really just like, I eventually I just started fucking laughing. I was like, wow, I was just like, oh, it's a red, something red. And I was like, nah. I was trying to like, just, nah. I was like, that's how could it be that, Just had to laugh at it. I'm not the one who wants to say it. I want to figure it out. And I'm pretty sure I already figured. I just don't know what this nation or this person in power or this industry and this and the other thing, you know? And I'm not obsessed about it. But when you see it, and it's something I stayed away from, especially, I will get into how, I'm going to Elon Musk, which I shouldn't, because in a strategic sense, I should talk about the industry, strategic, or like, the logical sense so people stay away. I stay away from the Tesla car. First of all, it's a disrespect on Nikola Tesla. He would have done so much better, actually. Elon Musk is more about not just the money he was after, which I kind of thought, if he first talked about, I didn't. Well, actually, there is an interview where she said something. He didn't think electric cars would be that popular. He wouldn't make money out of it. Then he talked about in another interview how he like, well, that's a very drawn out, statement or comment I want to make. My eyes look like I'm just sinister. you know, it wasn't just about the name. At first, I was excited, but then I realized, well, electric cars, this and that thing. It's not the greatest thing actually, if you think about it. You know, and the Tesla vehicles, they usually look the same actually. They stand out from the rest, kind of, sort of. You say futurist, they're rounded actually. They have the same kind of concept, but all of them happen to follow the same kind of structure. You know, that's one aspect of it. Two, I really don't want to go on Mars. I don't think anybody should. It's not just a habit. If you create habit, you create atmosphere. It's unearthly. It's dry. It's hot. It's really cold. It's not. It's not an Earth-like planet. So that and what else? Neuralink. You shouldn't mess with people's brains. Put chips. It was a study in Canada. They actually allowed Elon Musk to go there, and I mean the guy was just like invalid after that. He lost a lot of his movements. You know, so he's very unnatural. What he's doing actually. You know, all sorts of things that he dabbles with, even like electronic currency. That actually, in the long run, and if that takes over, not just crypto, electronic currency, and we're losing the penny. But even that or not, it does create a poverty because a lot of people deal with cash as well. And someone let me know. I don't know the full gray spectrum of economics and currency actually. Obese, I meant in my thoughts. Yeah, I really do. Yeah. You you know, yeah, it's I think that's for tonight. That's focus on the black horseman of the apocalypse, call it like that. So the reason I gotta look at the colors of what they represent, as far as not from the biblical standpoint, but another standpoint, even the color white. And yeah, as far as the Tesla was going, I don't know if I said it, but it is, you would think like a Nikola Tesla, the great inventor, and it's a facade actually. Think about the horsemen. And one aspect of it I read, yeah, they would come. It's individuals, or you could say the industry. But there's a rider on the horse. It's a horseman, not the horse. or the industry. So they would put this a veil facade of like goodness, like they're gonna, help, just trying to better the world, especially Elon Musk. I mean, the most outrageous thing he has said, he's like, everyone's gonna be rich. The plan is to make everybody rich. You're not gonna do anything like that.